Archduke Franz Ferdinand and his wife were on vacation when they narrowly avoided a grenade. And then the taxi driver took a wrong turn and they were shot. This started World War I. Archduke Franz Ferdinand was the heir to Austria-Hungary's throne. The Central Powers consisted of Germany, Austria-Hungary, Bavaria, and the Ottoman Empire. But on the other hand, the Allied powers consisted of Great Britain, France, Russia, Italy, Romania, Canada, Japan, and the United States. The Schlieffen Plan was a plan prior to World War I. The Schlieffen Plan established that in case of an outbreak of war, Germany would attack France first, then Russia, instead of a head-on engagement. Portugal seizing ships. The British government made a formal request to the Portuguese Republic to confiscate these ships and hand them over for British use. Portuguese leaders had been waiting for this request and proceeded to take control of German ships on February 24, 1916. The sinking of the Louisiana. On May 7, 1915, the German submarine U-boat U-20 torpedoed and sank the Louisiana, swift-moving British cruise liner traveling from New York to Liverpool, England. Of the 1,959 men, women, and children on board, 1,195 perished, including 123 Americans. The Zieglerman Telegram. This telegram, written by German Foreign Secretary Arthur Zieglerman, is a coded message sent to Mexico proposing a military alliance against the United States. But Great Britain intercepted this message and showed the United States. Wilson's 14 points. 1. Open democracy without secret treaties. 2. Economic free trade on the seas during war and peace. 3. Equal trade conditions. 4. Decrease armaments among all nations. 5. Adjust colonial claims. 6. Evacuation of all Central Powers from Russia and allow it to define its own independence. 7. Belgium to be evacuated and restored. 8. Return of Alsace-Lorraine region and all French territories. 9. Readjust Italian borders. 10. Austria-Hungary to be provided an opportunity for self-determination. 11. Redraw the borders of the Balkan region, creating Romania, Serbia, and Montenegro. 12. Creation of the Turkish state, with guaranteed free trade in the galleries. 13. Creation of an independent Polish state. And 14. The creation of the League of Nations. Wilson made these to try to bring peace. How the United States of America aided in the war. The United States remained neutral at the beginning of the war. Individual Americans supported one side or the other, although the majority were sympathetic to the Allies. Many contributed to relief efforts. Others volunteered as ambulance drivers or nurses, or even pilots and soldiers. Over the top, boys. The phrase, over the top, is best known, however, as meaning to order or encourage troops to climb out of their trenches to cross no man's land under enemy fire, and to jump into enemy's trenches with rifles and other weapons. No man's land is a narrow, muddy, treeless stretch of land with numerous bomb holes that separated Central and Allied troops' trenches during the First World War. Being in no man's land was considered very dangerous since it offered little to no protection for soldiers. A foxhole is a temporary shelter dug hastily to provide some protection during an active battle. Barbed wire was used for both defensive purposes and as a trapping mechanism. Soldiers would defend their trenches with barbed wire by installing the barbed wire distance away on the ground from the tops of their trenches. Tanks, and when they were used and developed. British forces first used tanks during the Battle of Somme in September 1916. They had a dramatic effect on German morale and provided effective and crossing trenches and wire entanglements. Other weapons used in World War I were submarines and U-boats and planes, machine guns, chemical weapons, flamethrowers, and small artillery. The Treaty of Versailles, the conditions that we put on countries. The Treaty of Versailles related to establishing the conditions of peace with Germany. The major conditions imposed by the treaty included the disarmament of Germany, payment of very large reparations to the Allies, and demilitarization of the Rhinehead. Reparations for countries involved. The Treaty of Versailles, signed in 1919, required Germany to pay 132 billion gold marks, aka U.S. money $33 billion, in reparations to cover civilian damage caused during the war. Destruction in the European countries. Devastated lands in France and Belgium from the destruction of World War I were still evident. Unexploited ordnance from the war still lurks in the soil of Europe. Trained crews of disposal experts travel constantly through the battle areas, finding, transporting, and destroying live artillery shells, including poison gas ones, ammunition, and grenades.